Hey everybody, it's Ken Malott with Malott Financial Advisors. Today I'm going to try something a little different, and instead of talking about the markets or economics, I'm actually going to talk about a political problem that needs solving. And that problem is Social Security, and it needs solving because it's insolvent. As it stands today, the system will run out of money, and so it needs to be addressed. But politicians typically avoid addressing it because it can be political suicide. They risk alienating a large part of their base if they want to make any changes to Social Security. So they leave it alone until it becomes a crisis. So before I get to my solution, it's important to have a little background, which is that in 1935, when FDR signed the Social Security Act, the benefits were slated to begin at age 65. And this was really billed and sold to the public as an old age insurance program. That's evident by the fact that the life expectancy in the 1930s was only about low 60s. So the benefit start age was actually beyond the average life expectancy for someone born in that period of time. So it was truly a safety net in case you outlived your own assets. Fast forward to today, when the full retirement age is 67, just 2 years above the original retirement age, but the life expectancy is now about 80 years old. So the gap in time that must be covered is much, much larger. It's no longer an old age insurance program, but just a straight out retirement program. This is partially why the system is insolvent. So I believe any solution has to address the age at which people can receive their full benefit. And that age has to keep up with the life expectancy. So my solution would involve something like taking an age group, saying if you're above 55 or older, nothing has changed. We'll keep the program in place because you're close enough where maybe you've planned around your Social Security benefit. But for folks from, let's say, 45 to 55, the full retirement age gets kicked up to 70. And then for anyone below 45, the age at which you can begin collecting full benefits is going to be tied to the life expectancy. So if the life expectancy is 80, maybe you say something like the full retirement age is going to be 90% of the life expectancy age, and then it gets adjusted each year and tracks the life expectancy age, so that we don't have this problem again where the burden of coverage grows due to a lack of appropriate increases in the full benefit age. Now, even if you just stop there, you immediately make the system solvent and you maintain Social Security in place. Now, if I were to have my own way, I would even add another wrinkle that says anyone could opt out of the Social Security program and they would just have to forfeit whatever contributions they've made to this point. So obviously, older folks would stay in the program because they've contributed so much over their lifetime. But younger people who haven't contributed that much will probably opt out of the system altogether, right? And then what you can do is you can say that your portion of Social Security contributions that you have been making, as well as your employer's portion, instead of going to Social Security, would just go into your own personal retirement account. So this way, money is still being saved, but now you have some control over it and you can actually see it and it's in your own name as opposed to being in some pooled account that the federal government has access to fund whatever it wants. And now you can plan more appropriately, you can plan with more specifics, and you can plan without fear that you're going to lose the benefit. For instance, when I do financial planning for my younger clients, a lot of times we just exclude Social Security altogether because we don't know if it's even going to be there. You can't plan around it. If that Social Security benefit is actually going to be there for you later on, and then you've actually sacrificed some lifestyle today because you had to plan to be more conservative. Well, if this money just went into your own account, you would know exactly what the value is and you could plan on it much better without fear of some politician taking the benefit away, or without fear that politicians are going to muck up the system, making it insolvent and forcing a change. Now, I would prefer not to have the government force any sort of savings on anybody and let people be responsible for themselves, but I think this is a nice compromise because I know that's a hard position to pass, but this would be a nice compromise because you're still forcing people to save at the same rate that they're saving now. It's just a matter of who gets to direct that money and who controls the money and who has access to that money. So you're taking that control and access away from the federal government and putting it in your own hands. But it's still getting saved into an account that you're not allowed to touch until retirement age. So anyway, that's my solution. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have a great day.